Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, ready? I'm nervous now. You made me nervous.
Do you want me to look away?
No, because that's weird for the YouTubes.
Go,
Don't
Annie,
do
now.
that. Don't do that. For God's sake. No, you have to properly sit up straight. Shoulders back. You know this thing where you go up, back, down. Posture.
No. Do I look weird? I feel weird.
Okay. Hi, kids.
I'm
We're
glad you do it. I was doing my weird shoulder thing, but yeah, we're back.
I just told Tom that he needs to sit up straight.
So she said shoulders up, shoulders back, shoulders down.
Yes.
So I'm there like pretending to be Superman flying through the sky. She's now starting the podcast. So I look like a tit.
But it does help with your posture. If you've got bad posture, right, everyone do it now. Sit up straight, lift your shoulders up to your ears, then push them back, and then put them down, and that's... and then you look like Tom, who looks like a bit of a cripple.
Outrageous.
Sorry,
Outrageous. But Anya, we're back.
We are back.
We're
kids.
back.
I
Season
have
8.
to be
We
back.
are back. And do you know what else?
What?
What else is even bigger?
Oh, I do know, but I'll let you say it.
Do you know what else? This season, guys, is brought to you by Longshot, our new sponsors of season 8. Longshot is a hard seltzer that's new to the game, and it is incredible. It tastes so good. But you have to find out for yourself. Buy some Longshots. They are delicious.
Can we open one now, please?
It'd be rude.
Just...
Which flavour are you going for? Because I'm going to go for the raspberry and black currant flavour.
Yes, okay, good, because I wanted to go for the strawberry and rhubarb, and I was going to actually tell you to switch if you wanted to go for that one, because I want to go for that one.
That is good.
Is that the flavour that you think is the nicest out of their range?
I do. I love raspberries.
Do you want some ASMR? I hope this doesn't spray all over my
I hope
microphone.
it sprays all over your microphone.
Oh.
That is nice.
If that isn't audio porn,
That's nice.
I don't know what is. Wait, it gets better. Because Tom's being, you know, I want to say a munter.
Listen to the fizz.
Tom doesn't have a glass, but I'm being, you know, all classy. I've got my little glass here. Do you know what? We've been chatting for so long, just having like a catch up before this.
Now
my ice has melted.
I think you've got to drink the water.
I don't want to ruin the drink, so I'm gonna drink the water that's in there. Tom doesn't like this noise because this is Tom's worst noise when someone.
No,
makes
my worst
mouth
noise is
noises.
eating. Oh, that is gross. To be
like
fair, that is gross.
We went from really great sound effects to really awful sound effects. Anyway, this will be a nice one, or it sound like peeing. If you're listening
Both
to
are
this
great
and not
noises.
watching this on YouTube.
If you listen to this, does this make you need to pee?
Oh, it does sound good though, doesn't it?
Look at that colour.
Do you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised by that.
I've had many hard seltzers.
Yeah.
In a way, you can see me in the reflection. I've had many hard seltzers, and the colour is just clear.
But, Tom, what is a hard seltzer?
A hard
Explain to
seltzer?
people that don't know.
Well, a seltzer, I believe, is fizzy water.
Yeah.
And now a hard seltzer, like a hard shake, like I famously like,
Yeah.
is alcohol infused. So a hard shake is alcohol infused milkshakes. Hard seltzers, alcohol infused fizzy water. So
Yep.
it's just a fruity fizzy water with alcohol.
Basically, with fun.
With fun.
With fun.
And it tastes delicious.
Wait, this is you know, my first taste of this flavour. Ready? Yes. I knew. Do you know what? I knew that this flavour was going to be the one for me. You know when you just know, it's written. Basically, it's written Anya on the tin. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
raspberry
Longshot.
blackcurrant.
Anyway,
thank you very much, Longshot,
for
for sponsoring this season of What Alex Told Before You Adult. And guys, we are back. We have missed you.
I have. Do you
We
know what?
have missed you.
It's been a really long summer. Well, we're in the UK, so it's been summer, but I know that we've got a lot of Aussie
It's still
listeners, and it's winter So it might be a bit confusing, but it has been our summer holiday, so we have taken quite a bit of a break, but we needed a bit of respite, self-care, right, Tom?
Self-care makes you aware.
What have you been doing during your self-care, please?
What have I
Self-care
been
time,
doing?
Tom.
Wow,
Catch
Anya.
us up on your whole summer, please.
I have
Quickly,
moved.
though. You've moved?
That's
yes.
it. How quick was that? Was that quick enough? I've moved.
Well, I feel like we need a little bit more detail than just I've moved.
Okay.
Like, where have you moved
I
to?
have moved
With
away
who?
from home.
Ooh, out.
So
out.
I moved out
Yeah.
from the family nest,
Mhm.
and I have moved south of the river. So if you're from London, you know that's quite a big thing to be on the other side of the river. So I'm now in South London, which is very nice. It's a nice change. It gives me new places to explore. When you live in the same place for 24 years, you kind of know all the nooks and crannies of that area.
Nooks and crannies.
Do you not like the term nooks and crannies?
I just didn't think it would be a phrase that ever came out of your mouth, but
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't think you're a.
You don't think I'm a nook or a crannier?
I don't think you're a nooker or a crannier, no. But anyway, continue.
So I've now got a new place to explore. We've got a new place to fill out with stuff. I have moved in with the host of Urge to Splurge, Matthias Dobarella. And so he lives next door. Well, next door. He's essentially on the other side of that wall, but the other side of that wall is his bathroom.
We're keeping him up right now.
Well, most probably. Matt, are you still awake? I don't know if he's asleep or not. Or if he just didn't hear me. This might be
Earplugs,
it might be just incredibly good sound dense walls. But how have you been, Anya? What have you been up to?
I've moved as well, which is so exciting. So I've moved out of the family home.
Out?
Yeah, moved out. Like fully.
Not just out.
Not just out. Like I am hoping. It's as much as I love Mama Pierce.
This is going to sound awful because I had the same conversation.
As much as I love her, I've told her that I do not want to come back.
Well, that's the game plan. The plan is that you move out from home and you don't return home because you're now starting your life as an adult.
Right, exactly. So I've moved out. Hopefully, I'll only ever need to come back in case of emergencies, And I'm very, very grateful I've got that in case of emergencies, but I am very ready for this next chapter, So I've moved to southwest London. I'm a bit further out than Tom is to central, but I'm loving it. It's nice. And I've got some great roomies that I'm keeping up right now.
Good.
Shouting to you guys.
Good.
So, I hope you're enjoying this podcast because it's taking
They're
off
not.
their beauty sleep. I was
And
like,
they need it.
I
How
was like
rude,
to them,
Anya.
They should be so pleased that they get a sneak peek preview of our new season.
I'm surprised you haven't invited them to sit behind you.
Well, the walls are quite thin here, so I'm pretty sure they can hear everything that I say, which is slightly worrying because during this episode we're going to be talking about our whole experience of moving out, and I don't know what I'm going to say yet, but I'm scared that I might say something.
You're going to slag off your flatmates.
Basically, they were like, I came upstairs and I was like, do you mind just being a little bit quiet when you come upstairs? So this is the first time that I'm recording with them in the house, and they were like, why? And I was like, because I'm recording and I don't want my listeners to think that I live with a group of banshees. And they were like, a group of banshees. I was like, oh my god, I'm closing the door now, I'm gonna go.
I don't want Tom to be embarrassed by us.
Exactly, Tom.
I get it. I get embarrassed by your flatmates anyway.
Anyway,
That's
all
not
right.
true. That's not true. I love your flatmates.
I love them too. It's good fun. This is going to be a great new season, great new chapter to this adulting life. We've got a load more experiences of adulting in the world of adulting and how to adult and how not to adult. And we're very excited to be back with you guys to fumble our way through the whole situation. But Tom, we start off every episode with what?
We start off with our game.
Yeah.
I'm an Adult But. I'm an Adult But is a game where we pick one thing out of our recent past that wasn't very adultish of us and was actually quite embarrassing, or something that you wish you knew how to maneuver better as an adult. Is that correct? It is correct. I'm not asking you. Get out of here.
It's just interesting vocab, nooks and crannies, maneuver. It's fine. We'll roll with it. You take on a new lease of your vocab.
Some of us move out.
Okay.
We get better vocabulary. We read more.
I'm not reading. Shut up, you big fat liar.
Someone at work said, Tom, what was the last book you read? I'm like, oh my god.
The dictionary.
Oh my god. What did I study for GCSEs? Which is a joke, but not really. I
Kill a Mockingbird.
That was a great book, but I couldn't remember the last book I'd read. I had read something since leaving school.
Maybe that's your I'm an adult but.
Recently.
I'm an adult but I can't remember the last thing I read. No?
No, I've got a better I'm an adult but.
Go on then, tell us.
We've spoken about this in the past, how if you wanted to make me uncomfortable, you would just cry. Because you know how
make
I'm...
mouth noises.
Yeah. Crying's a mouth noise. And so two people that I work with, two very close friends, slept with each other whilst also in relationships.
Wait, right. hang on. You just
big scandal.
You sprung. Say that again a bit slower.
So two people I work with that I'm very good friends with.
Yeah.
Slept with each other.
They hooked up. They're both in relationships.
But they're both
separately.
in relationships.
So they cheated on their relationships to get with a work colleague.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
And they went for drinks the day after to be like, okay, what's going on? What's this? Is this anything? Should we look into it? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I get a text from the girl saying, hey, do you want to come to the pub after work? And I was like, no.
She's trying to move to you now.
Well, no, because he was also there.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I can't think of anything worse. And then I said, thanks for the offer, but no, I'm really tired. I should probably just go home, just go to bed. And then she's like, oh, absolutely fine. I get that. It's not awkward here, so just letting you know. And then 10 minutes later, I get a text from him saying, bro, can you come to the pub? This is so awkward. And I was like, oh God. And if you know me, the easiest way to get me to do something is guilt me.
Is it?
So,
or
100%.
bribe with food.
Yeah, bribe with food also works. But if you make me feel guilty as like, oh my God, that's really uncomfortable, maybe I should go and help just diffuse the situation. So I was like, okay, but I'm only going for one. Mm. And I get there and it is an uncomfortable atmosphere.
Oh, no.
Like they're on either side of they've got a table and they're at either sides of it. I'm like, this is just, why am I here? Why am I here?
What did you do?
So I sat there, I was like, so how are you guys? Everything? What do you say?
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
Do both of them know that you know that they've hooked up?
Yes.
Okay. Did they both tell you together, or did they?
They both told me independently.
Know? And then you went back to them both and go, I know.
But then when they were hashing everything out at the pub, they said, oh, by the way, Tom knows.
Okay.
That's why I was probably invited after. Was he knows, he might be able to soften the blow. And I'm there going, I didn't have such a nice drink like Long Shot, but I was sat there just like with my drink in hand going, so you've been here long? I knew how long they'd been there for, and I was just like, I physically didn't know what to say.
Yeah. So
I arrived and I sat probably for about 3 minutes not saying anything, just like nursing this pint that they bought me. And I was like, so is everything okay? And then the guy's like, yes. And I go, okay. I was so uncomfortable. And then like we started talking, just like kind of put that aside. And then the guy said, okay, I'm going to go. We're all good friends. Blah, 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 blah. I hugged everyone. And then he left. And then she started crying. And I was like, I was going to go. I often think about what other people think about me in the pub and stuff. Because I look like a child. So I'm always wearing like a Looney Tunes t-shirt or an Alice in Wonderland t-shirt today. And I'm sat there like, oh my God, does it look like I've just broken up with her? Well, what are people thinking of me right now? And I got so paranoid. And I was like, I don't know how to console people crying. It's one of my biggest fears. Isn't the word I want to look for. Faux pas? Let's go with that. It sounds more fancy. But it's one of my like my it's like my kryptonite. I don't know. If you cry, I will freeze and just like.
Yeah. What did you do then?
I hugged her and I was like, it's okay. And she said, thank you. And I went, it's okay. And I bet at that point she thought, shouldn't have invited him to the pub. She just shouldn't have. I don't know what to do.
Oh dear, Tom.
So Anya.
Yes.
I'm an adult, but I got kind of entangled into a cheating affair, and then had to console someone crying.
These are the adult situations that I just.
School needs to teach you about it.
You
or
just
parents.
you just think, right, that by the time you're over the age of 20, right, okay, maybe your teens, your late teens, you're still going to mess up. But over the age of 20, you think things like that just aren't going to happen anymore. And then they do. And you're just a bit like, oh, I just don't want to be here. Like, how?
If you were crying on my shoulder, I wouldn't know how to respond. And I'd say we're quite good friends because I know you for about a month.
I genuinely don't think I'd put you in that position. Also, because I don't, no offense, right? But I don't really want to be crying around somebody who like doesn't know what to do with me. Like, I need somebody who knows what to do with me when I cry.
Do you know, I respect that.
So if you don't know, Tom, how to treat me well when I'm crying, I don't want you near me. Right, it's just going to upset me more.
This is how I would probably respond. Food? And you go, no. I go, long shot? And you go, no. And then I don't know what else. I have no third option.
I think I would say yes to food. Always yes to food.
You'd also probably say yes to long shot as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You'd just be like, what would you have done in that scenario? Would you have slagged him off?
I wouldn't have turned up in the first place. That's right, you idiot.
Nice easy out there.
I think that I would have called her a cab, paid for the cab that she gets in, So it's like, I'm not just sending you home. It's like, I'm looking after you, but I'm sending you home.
Yeah, but what if she then goes, can you take me home?
You go, I'm really sorry, but
I've got places to be, people to see.
I'm staying at my girlfriend's house,
Nice, plug that.
We like to plug the G.
the G. But yes, so I'm an adult, but I don't know how to respond to people crying.
That's okay.
Because it's my kryptonite.
I'm sure so many other people have situations that they still don't know how to deal with, like people that laugh when they hear that someone's died, like their instant reaction is to laugh. You as well. What else do you do? I'm joking. There's so many things that people
I love this
just
therapy
can't deal
session
with.
that we have, Anya.
You're
so
welcome.
I've got this crippling fear of people not liking me. What does that mean? And I have this recurring dream where I keep falling into it. I don't remember my dreams.
Oh, well.
Do you remember your dreams?
I do remember my dreams.
I am so jealous of people who remember their dreams.
Not like vividly, but I'll wake up and go, oh, that was a bit weird. It's very hazy, and it depreciates throughout the day.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But no, I think I close my eyes, think of black for 8 hours, and then wake up.
That's quite serene, actually.
Oh, I feel like I'm missing out on a vast array of stories that my brain wants to tell me.
Yeah, but when you sleep and you dream, like a really vivid dream, you almost feel like you've been on a bit of a trip and that you actually haven't slept.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been doing things. Strange. Anyway, Tom.
So you feel exhausted when you wake up from a dream?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm a little bit drained. A little bit like, oh.
A little bit dreamed?
A little bit dreamed. Oh, what's my voice doing?
This is your dreamed voice.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
So, Tom.
So, Anya.
Let me say that again because I put my glass down. So, Tom.
So, Anya.
Thank you. My I'm an adult but is a little less colourful than yours. It's very simple, but I can't believe it's taken me this long to figure out. I am an adult, but I have only just found out that the dishwasher tablets that you put in the dishwasher, so dishwasher tablets.
That makes sense. You wouldn't put them in the washing machine.
Right? No. You don't have to peel the plastic off them before you put them in the dishwasher because the plastic
dissolves.
It dissolves. But I didn't know that until like a week ago.
I want to make it very clear. There's two types of dishwasher tablets that Anya's talking about.
Yeah.
There's one where it's like a plasticky foil wrapper.
Yeah, I don't get
You take
those.
that off. You take that off.
Yeah.
But if it looks like
if it looks like cling film.
There you go.
Yeah. Those, I'm pretty sure all of them, because that would be confusing if there was a brand out there that didn't do that.
That would be so messed up. Why are you trying to cheat us?
You don't take the plastic off. So I've been, fiddling around trying to take
I'm sorry, what have you been doing? You've been fiddling, Anya.
You've been looking in nooks and crannies, so you can shut up.
You've been fiddling.
Great.
That's what you've been doing from your time
off.
Good God.
Anyway, I've been fiddling around with the dishwasher tablets.
It gets worse.
Oh, my whole life.
I've been fiddling around with dishwasher tablets my whole life.
And turns out, didn't need to do that.
This is great. You said it wasn't colourful, and it's been more colourful than mine.
The end. That's it. Right. Anyway, cheers.
Oh, and if this is an intervention, I think you should stop fiddling around with tablets. I think you should just carry on making this podcast and don't fiddle. Don't fiddle around.
All right, I'll sit here with my hands firmly attached
not fiddling
to my can and glass. Not
Nice.
fiddling at all. Anyway,
fiddling.
Dom, today
Today,
we are talking more about than we have already what the whole moving out of home situation is, because this is a very big chapter in people's life. You'd almost say it's a milestone. I would probably say it's a milestone. If we
I would
think
say this is a
milestones are a thing or
milestone.
not, we've done an episode on this. But if you want to call it milestone, I definitely think this would be classified as a milestone and a new chapter and just a whole new experience that neither of us have had before. So I think it's only right that we talk about it on What Adults Don't Tell You Before You Adult, because this is something that you don't learn at school and your parents do kind of tell you about it. And, you know, if you watch Friends like I do, then you kind of get a gauge on what it might be like. But it's different for everyone and it's a whole learning experience. And I kind of want to know, Tom, like, how has it been for you? Like, what have been the expected parts about it? What have been, like, the really unexpected parts about it? For people that maybe want to relate to you or are thinking about moving out themselves, like, what's the situation?
what's the fun parts? What's the not so fun parts? Well, the biggest shock you'll find, first of all, just straight off the bat, the biggest shock you'll find is what's a lot of money to you is not a lot of money to someone else. So you go, this is a good portion of my monthly salary going onto this flat. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a nice flat.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you were meaning, like, your flatmates have different budgets to you.
No, what I was saying is, let's say half of your salary, you think, half of my salary is loads. That's the most money I've ever received in my life. That's loads. And then you put half of that towards a rent. Some of the flats that you will look at are dire.
It's true.
Some of them are just disgusting. You go, how can they be charging X amount for this? Because that's a lot of money. And you do rationalise it as that's like a new TV and Xbox. You're like, that's a lot of money a month. And then you're walking around, you go, there's mould in this place. There's a smell to this place. The floors are uneven.
This isn't
There's a
the
dead
place
guy
that
in the
you're in
bath.
at
No,
the
not
moment.
this place. No.
This is like when you're looking for somewhere,
Yes.
right? Okay, good.
And then we chose the other place because they had less dead guys and less mouldy spots.
Only one less, but you know, it makes a difference.
One less to get rid of. It's so much more convenient. But you look at some absolutely dire place, and I think a large part of your first moving out when you're looking at these places really starts to get affected by it. Your motivation, because you go, I've got a nice place at home, and you're just looking at these awful places, you go, do I really need to move out? Do I want to move out? Should I just carry on saving and working until I can buy a nicer place with a bigger rent that I can have down the line?
Yeah.
Because there are some absolutely squalor places that they're going,
I know.
yeah, this is going to be $4,000 a month. You go, why? Why is this so much? So I think that was one of my biggest issues, was trying to keep the motivation when you've seen some awful places and you don't know if they'll get better.
Exactly. And then the good places, which is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, they go so quickly. You know, like you'll find it and you'll be like, oh my God. And you get so attached because when you are seriously thinking about moving out, you start to really manifest it and picture yourself living in every place that you go to, which is a good thing to do.
Which is the right way to do it.
You shouldn't be going to house viewings and not picturing yourself in there, because then you don't know if it's going to be the right space for you or not. But when you kind of vision yourself in those places and think about what it's going to be like to live in there, I got very attached to some places, and then it makes it really hard when you phone up the next day to put an offer in and they go, it's already gone. You're like, sorry, what? I literally viewed it 8 hours ago. What do you mean it's already gone? That was my place.
I kept doing this weird thing where I'd be like, the house is okay. Like, the house is standard. It's got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, living room, dining room. I'm like, it's not great, But the area it's in, it's a beautiful area. It's got this lovely restaurant,
Yeah, but you're not
pubs
living
down
on the
road,
streets, otherwise you might as well
coffee
be
shops
homeless.
galore. And I'd just be like, I could really see myself living in this area. And then you think about it, and you go, but the house is awful.
Yeah.
You do not want to live in this house. But that beautiful coffee shop that you could just be round the corner, you could become friends with the baristas there, and it's great. And you're like, but you would also just sleep in a one very small single bedroom, and it'd be.
I know. But this is
I
London.
did it every time.
Though. This is London.
Yes.
Or
So there's always going to be a nice coffee shop just around the corner.
It's true. I mean, I'm sure everyone has this problem in most areas. There's got to be some areas where it's dirt cheap and you get beautiful houses.
Yeah.
But if you're living in a big city, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to have this problem. So definitely maybe lower your expectations. But then I definitely didn't settle. I was looking for a long time and didn't settle for that reason. And I remember my parents are like, you're clearly not seriously thinking about moving out because you're taking ages on this. Like, if you really wanted to move out, you would have moved out. But I didn't want to move out to somewhere that I was only half happy with, especially when this is like the most amount of money that you have spent reoccurringly in your whole life.
With
like,
your actual wage. Like, you spent money on you spent like $9,500 a year on university fees.
But it hasn't come out of my bank.
You haven't paid them yet. No, but that's,
so I think manage your expectation, but also take your time with it, because you never know. I got lucky and something good came up, and I think Tom's place is really nice, although I haven't been round yet because I wasn't meant to come round, then I had coronavirus, and then I'm still in isolation, so that's great. Managing life really well.
You're doing a grand job.
Yeah.
But, like I've always said, Anya, mi casa su casa, or whatever the expression is, you're always welcome around here.
You don't want me now. Wait until the antibodies.
No, I don't. Yeah, I want a negative PCR test, and then you're more than welcome round, because you just work around the corner. You haven't been working around the corner, but you actually work around the corner, which is really nice.
Yeah, I do. I'll come knock on your door in my room.
Well, I won't be in because I work on sociable hours.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I'll find you sometime. Anyway,
but Dobson's around. But did you ever look around some absolutely awful places, like any that stood out terribly, and you're like, why is this on the market?
Yes, like literally, they try to hide it as well. So there was this washing machine, and you look behind the washing machine, and all of the cables are out, and the washing machine is leaking, and we're like, and we walked up some stairs, and the slats on the stairs fell off and fell all the way to the bottom of the stairs, and we were like, oh my god, why are we even here? You know, when you just like, I can't believe the amount of catfishes that are out there in terms of houses. When you think of a catfish, you think of a human being. You wait, these estate agents, they're nifty little swines.
They really are.
They should be, honest to God, they should be photographers, because they manage to get the best angles. If you've got an estate agent that's your friend, you should get them to take all your photos for you, because they'll make you look incredible. Okay.
They're great at lying, and they're not ashamed by it. This guy showed us around this one place, and the rooms were all nice. Really weird bathroom area. So the kitchen and the bathroom are like one room. Super strange. So it's like a door that like folded in, and there's just a shower on the other side. But this is in the kitchen. Weird.
Oh my god.
Weird, but like the living room was beautiful. The two bedrooms were beautiful.
Yeah.
But in the kitchen there was like a load of ants.
Oh no.
A load of ants, and I said, "Is there an ant issue?" And the guy looked me dead in the eye and said, "No, I think someone just left food out." I was like, "There's so many ants in here. It's not like." They would have had to have left food for possibly 2 years.
Do you know what though?
For this amount of ants.
I feel
and he was
bad.
Just like, nope, no, just today.
Because I ended up resenting a lot of the estate agents that we went around with to see these houses, but I have to respect them on a level, right?
Yeah.
Because they're really good at their job. I would not be able to be an estate agent because I'm not the best at lying.
Not ruthless enough.
And I'm such a people pleaser. So I think I would feel super with my fiddling. Yes, I think I would feel super guilty for doing it. So I have a lot of respect for people that are. Is that good? I have a lot of respect for people that are good at lying to people.
No, that sounds awful.
It does, doesn't it?
That sounds awful.
But they're good at their job, though. I wouldn't be able to do it. That's why I respect them, because
I wouldn't be able to do it because,
Not all of them are bad.
I'm not going to say morally I disagree, but I wouldn't
morally
be able to
it's questionable. But
there's a Simpsons episode that depicts this exact thing.
Yeah, I don't hate you if you're an estate agent, but you're nifty. Okay.
But I'd like you to be my friend and like a genuine friend.
Yeah, and you can like sell.
You can help me look for what I need to look out for.
Yes.
I think that's what I think. So people always say you need a plumber friend.
Yeah.
So if you've had like a burst pipe,
have one of those.
Your pal can come around. Me neither. But your
Okay.
pal can come around and fix it for you.
If you're a plumber, send your CV to me because we could be
you know our
great
Instagram
pals.
handles and our Twitter handles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Audio box. Just
Yeah.
get in touch there. We need plumbers around.
Mm.
People say get a plumber. People say get a friend who can cook.
What about an electrician?
An electrician, sure.
Yeah.
But I think a plumber's more important. I think you can go a day without electricity.
It's true. I do like candles. That would be like
Yeah,
quite
exactly.
vibe, you know, when you.
But I
have a power
think
cut.
bathrooms
Yeah, if I don't
need
have hot
plumbers.
water, I'm gonna be a
or
bit
any
sad.
water, in fact,
It's true.
be very sad.
Yeah.
But I also think you need a friend who's a
Chef. That's
a-
me, Tom. You've already got one.
an estate agent.
I make a great mac and cheese.
I bet you don't.
Well,
I think we should have a mac and cheese off, Anya.
all right.
I make a great mac and cheese.
Sure.
Unmatched.
We can do that. But yeah, an estate agent friend when you're looking for a house, because at the moment we've both just moved in. But I want to know, like, what's been your experience so far living in your flat? Have you had any like weird moments or like moments where you've been living there like, oh my god, what have I done?
So we love the flat. The flat's
All right,
beautiful. It's
start off
perfect.
with roses and perfume and all that.
So it's
stuff.
perfect.
Where's the spot?
It's exactly what we wanted. It's very close to like London city centre.
Yeah,
It's
Get
a
to the
dream.
good bit.
However, we have these massive floor-to-ceiling windows.
Yeah.
So all along here
Yeah.
is a floor-to-ceiling window, and that's nice because it lets so much sunlight in.
Yeah.
But you know, greenhouses, they take a lot of sunlight in, but it's trapped inside, so it's hot and it keeps the plants hot, so they grow in like a Mediterranean type setting.
Are you roasting? Did
I'm
you buy an
roasting
oven?
24/7 in this flat. It is
Are
ridiculous.
you renting a sauna?
Like, essentially, yes. And
Lucky you, bougie.
so for most of the day, it's fine because you can have windows open, doors open. It's beautiful. It's nice and airy and it's nice and bright. But at night time, you don't want floor-to-ceiling windows open, and you need some form of like cooling down. So I bought this massive. If you're watching this on YouTube, I've got this massive tower fan here, which is just going on. And I'm like, oh my god! But
Sweating.
night times are rough.
All right, so I'm not coming around for a sleepover then.
Thank
You're
you.
not selling it to me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Glad we're
But,
adjourned.
Yeah. Apart from that, we're fine.
Good. I'm glad you're living a little happy life in your.
We have a weird
oven.
issue with the oven.
Oh, right. So you live in an oven and you've got a
And we
mini
have a
oven
And
that
we have
doesn't
a weird.
work.
It works.
Okay, cool.
but
What's wrong
it's-
with it
It's
then?
at an angle.
Ah.
It's weirdly. It's not quite flat.
Yeah.
But it's not quite like 90 degrees where everything. It's
Yeah.
about 10 degrees up.
Right.
So if you put a tennis ball in the oven,
Yeah.
that tennis ball is going to fall out as soon as you open that door.
Well, it's a good thing you're not cooking tennis balls.
Well, you'd be surprised how often I cook a tennis ball.
Baked potato maybe is
Yeah,
a better
it-
analogy.
It's
'cause
gonna
you're
roll out,
cooking
and you're
that.
gonna, and then it turns into hot potato, and you're just
Hot potato.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
very literally.
But the thing is that you're not going to test that before you move in. Like, oh, do you mind if I just, test the angle of the oven?
Exactly.
So-
and it's the same with the heat.
Yeah, it's true.
You're not walking around going, "Can I sit here for 10 minutes just so I can test if it's gonna be overbearingly
It's true.
heat hot?" Is the term I was going to.
Yeah.
Anya, it's been too long, and I've forgotten how to function and form sentences.
It's okay, Tom. It's all right. We're trying our
Coronavirus
best.
is leaving us now, but I'm not ready to open up to society and form adult conversations because I've
That's
forgotten
okay.
how to talk.
I think we all have had those moments during lockdown where we've been on our own for far too long and, need a moment to figure it
Yeah.
out. It's fine. We're all here. We're all friends.
I know.
We're just laughing at you.
I was I was gonna test my my talking ability at your barbecue that you were gonna throw.
Yeah, but then I got coronavirus, so
So,
what are you gonna do?
But,
I just sat here on my own.
now what I'm going to do,
Yeah.
when you're having your barbecue, I'm gonna bring a case of long shots.
Yeah, that'll go down really nicely, actually.
Everyone loves a long shot, and I'm gonna bring a box of long shots and be like, "Hey guys, have you had a cheeky long shot?"
Look, free drinks, right, are a good idea. Wherever you go, people are gonna like you, but especially these ones.
Oh, I was gonna charge them for them.
Oh no, you weren't. You're not coming then. If you're not gonna bring free ones.
If you had a friend who brought drinks to a party and they said, "Yeah, but you need to pay for them,"
85p each, please.
What would you do? Would you have a word with them and say, "Leave"?
I think so. I don't think anyone would pay you for them. I think you'd just be sat there with your crate on your own with no money. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd test it out.
Yeah?
But yeah, I'd bring some long shots and tell them all the good things about them.
Yeah, like what? What's your favourite thing about long shot?
Well, the taste. Oh, the taste is incredible. It's the best hard seltzer that I've drunk.
Yeah.
And Anya,
Yeah.
this one here,
Yeah.
only 68 calories.
And vegan.
0 additives and gluten free. It's a drink that does everything, tastes great,
Yeah.
and it's fashionable.
That's exactly what I was going to say when you finished your spiel. I was going to say that.
Is that what you think? Tom, I just wait for you to finish your spiel.
Finish, your
Spinach.
rambles.
Just
Spinach.
finish.
Just finish your spiel.
Finish your spinach.
I think these are super trendy. Because, you have that one friend that's like, I'm a vegan and I'm gluten free and I don't drink sugar. And everyone's like,
And
wow,
I talk like this for some
you're
reason.
really cool. This drink is for the cool kids on the block.
Like, this
and
is perfect.
I feel quite trendy drinking it. Like, I feel very on trend at the moment drinking this type of drink. I'm like, wow, who is she? She is the girl that drinks long shot. If you haven't heard of long shot, go check them out. Yay.
Like, this is going to be a weird thing, but I like the texture of the tin.
It's quite satisfying. Do you know what? You're not going to know what we're talking about until you buy it.
Guys,
then
if you
can
listen to
feel
this...
the tin. Oh, Oh, that's not a nice noise.
That sounded awful. I apologise.
Yeah, how dare you?
That's not selling it.
Basically, you need to get it so you can feel it because fiddling with things.
Don't fiddle with your long shot, please.
I'm only joking.
Please don't fiddle.
It's a very satisfying can, and also it tastes amazing. And there's so many good things. But anyway,
go check out for yourself.
Check it out for yourself.
3 different flavours: grapefruit,
yeah,
which neither of us drink in this episode.
No.
Raspberry and blackcurrant.
Yeah.
Delicious. I had that one. Finished that one, in fact.
I'm nearly finished mine, which was strawberry and rhubarb.
Sorry, what flavour did you get, Anya?
Do you know what? It's only 4%. It's fizzy. It tastes good, isn't it? It's
strawberry and rhubarb.
An hour.
It's strawberry and rhubarb is Anya's flavour, but she can't.
Rhubarb.
I felt like you were going to say rose.
No, definitely not rose. No, they chose the better flavour. Rhubarb, not rose.
Yeah, strawberry and rose sounds disgusting.
It does.
I bought roses the other day. There's one there.
What, for your flat?
Well, just for my room. Sorry, I bought
you're not
some...
sharing?
No, he can buy his own roses.
All right, Jesus.
But I bought a bouquet of roses, and I left Tesco's because I went to obviously the fanciest place for roses. I went for a food shop and then there were also some roses.
Tezzies for roses.
Who calls it Tezzies? That's not a thing.
Yeah, Tezzies.
That is not a thing. What? Tezzies?
Sorry. My Rona cough. Yeah, Tezzies.
Who calls it Tezzies?
I do.
We're putting this on the Instagram. We're going to have a poll and it is... Do you call Tesco's Tezzies? Tesco's is if you're not from the UK. If you're not from the UK, Tesco's
or Tezzies.
Tetos?
That's what you just said.
Tentos.
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 Okay.
No, if you're not from the UK, Tesco's is a supermarket around here.
Food shop.
And Anya calls it
Tezzies.
Tezzies.
Just go to Tezzies to get some long shots.
To get some long shots, to get some tinnies. Tinnies from Tezzies.
Tinnies from Tezzies, yeah.
Anyway, so I bought some roses at the end of this story, so Anya just stopped. Anyway, go to our Instagram. There's a poll. Go to @WeAreAudioBox. Vote on that poll. Say Anya's an idiot. Who calls it Tezzies? Nuts. Anyway, I bought some roses. I left. Instantly, as soon as I left, this old lady goes, "Oh, are they for me?" I was like, No, random old lady.
How assuming of her. How dare she?
I wonder how she would have responded if I said, "They are." And just gave her the roses. Would she feel uncomfortable?
Do you
I'd
know
be
what?
uncomfortable.
I quite like her because she's clearly, using her old card to her advantage. And she's just trying to be the sweet old lady that just wants a free bunch of roses and is trying to, schmooze you with her old lady.
But she was just going into
and you're
Tezzy's.
saying no. Well, she can hold a bunch of roses as she
You
runs
wouldn't want to
around
go back
Tezzy's
in
on
and
her
walk around
little,
with... No.
what do you call this?
Zimmer frames.
Zimmer frames, yeah.
But I was just like, how freaking dare you?
No, she's
Just
just
a-
being cute.
Like, if someone left with a cake, right, I would have gone, for me? No.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't. I physically couldn't.
You are too awkward for that.
When Matt and I moved into this flat here,
Mm.
we just got the keys. We walked around the corner into the flat, and we have one of those key fobs that you into the building.
Yeah.
And outside there was a woman with a bottle of champagne, and she was swaying because it was 12, maybe 11:30, 12 in the morning.
In the morning.
11 in the morning, 12.
And she was swaying.
Yes, she might have had brunch. I don't know.
Okay,
It
cool.
was Sunday. It was a Sunday we moved in.
Champagne with a side of Cocoa Pops.
It's a big shout, that.
Yeah.
And she was outside, and we were like walking out because we were like, it's right. She was stood by the front door. She was like trying to get buzzed in,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, sorry, can we just squeeze in? And she goes, oh, where are we going tonight, boys? And I was like, oh my god.
Tonight, it's the morning, love.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do here.
Your
Is she
neighbours
homeless?
sound great.
Is she homeless? I don't know if she's my neighbour. She's just outside our building. I don't know what to do. And so like we tapped and go, yeah, we're just here. And she goes, I've never seen you before. I was like, well, I haven't seen you before either.
She's just trying to make friends with her neighbours.
Oh, she doesn't know that we're her neighbours, and vice versa. She's just a lady outside with like prosecco or champagne in her hand, shouting around. And I was like, oh, just off. We're just moving in. She goes, oh, that's nice. This isn't for you. And I was like, I don't know who you are. I know it's not for me. And then she like storms in after we've let her in. I'm still there going, I don't know if she lives here. There's a strong possibility we've just let a homeless woman into our building.
That's not very responsible of
That
you.
we've just moved in. I wouldn't know how to get a homeless woman out of our building.
I wouldn't know either, Tom.
What would you have done? Would you done a lap?
I
a
think I just
circuit?
let her roam because if she doesn't have a key to get into any of the flats, then
Yeah, but what if she goes
she's
up
walking
with
the
you?
hallways.
What if she goes up with you?
Well, then you say it's very nice to meet you, but I'm going in now.
You take her prosecco and go, this was actually for me.
Thank
You
you for
go
the
in.
warming gift.
And she then went her own way. But I was like, oh my god, that wasn't. She lives here. I haven't seen her since. Matt has.
Oh, there you go. So she is a neighbour.
She is a neighbour, but I didn't know that
That's not
when
very
I first
nice
moved
of you.
in.
Look, you've made a friend. I haven't made
a friend.
I had a very awkward encounter with my neighbour a few
Do they
weeks
hate you?
after. No, not a face-to-face encounter, just a very awkward encounter. So, we're getting ready for bed. Me and my
Yeah.
flatmates, just finished watching
Congrats.
this telly. Thank you. It's a big step,
This telly?
this telly program. Go upstairs, brushing our teeth, and I hear my flatmate go, "Oh my god, there's a naked man in the window," and we're like, "What?" So we
That's
run
nice.
in like, naked man, and across from
Naked. I want to see.
naked man. You're not gonna be like, "Oh, I'll leave it." It's a naked person. I need to
I might
see.
not look for a naked man.
No,
No.
you wouldn't. If Matt
No,
said,
I-
"Oh my god, there's a naked man," no, it doesn't do
I
that for
don't-
you.
I-
Okay, fine, whatever.
I don't need to see
Anyway,
a naked man.
Naked man, right?
I can see my own naked man.
It's
That
true.
sounded
It's
weird.
true. There's no
Sounded
naked
weird
men in
and I
here.
wanted it to.
So, naked man, very surprising. So we run into her bedroom, and then I'm like, "Oh my god!" And you don't watch Friends, Tom, so this.
Don't.
But there's a lot of people that do, and Friends has been this TV show that I've aspired to kind of have that lifestyle one day with my friends in our young 20s, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm having my ugly naked man moment. And I shout it, and I didn't realise that my housemate has her window open.
Because your house is a sauna.
Well, it's not like as saunery as yours is. And this naked man is in his bathroom just with the window open, and the actual window was open.
That's weird.
Yeah, and I shout, "Oh my god, it's the ugly naked man!" Like I'm having my ugly naked man moment, and he definitely heard and shut the window, turned the lights off, and walked out. And I was like, "Oh god!" And do you know what? Like he wasn't an ugly naked man.
Was he a good-looking lad?
Well, you couldn't really tell because it was definitely a bathroom window because the window was kind of frosted.
Right.
So you could see his silhouette,
Right.
but you couldn't see the graphic details.
Was it a
It was-
nice silhouette?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad silhouette.
Good
Like,
for him.
He had a nice body, right?
Nice.
But I shouted, "Oh my god, ugly naked man!" So he's probably thinking these new girls that have moved into that house across the road just called me, "Oh my god, it's the ugly naked man." Like we've seen him before, but I haven't. I was just alluding to Friends. So I really hope he's a big Friends fanatic
big
like
Friends
I
guy.
am, because then
Yeah.
he'll get it, and then we can actually be buddies. But if not, then I've just made a very awkward first encounter with my new neighbour. Whoops, what are you going to do, Tom? What do you do? I don't know.
What do I do? Do I fight you? Is this a fight now? If you just cordially invite me to a fight, I don't know what to do.
Oh, it's just awkward, Tom.
But,
This whole
have you-
adulting thing.
My mum asked me this, and she goes, "What you should do is make friends with your neighbours.
Yeah.
And so if you need anything, they're just around the corner, or if you're getting a delivery, they'll be happy to take it in for you." It's weird. I've never lived in an apartment block before, so what happens is if you've got an Amazon delivery, they just buzz every single button until they get let in.
Oh, God, that's
And
not
I'm
good.
like, also, my flat, this is super annoying. This is a super annoying thing that I'm kind of glad, kind of not glad. So I want to hear how you approach this.
Okay.
So we have like 2 security doors to get into the flats, into the block of flats.
Yeah.
So we have a door which you need a fob for, like a little digital key thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get through that, and then you have to put a code into a door. And you get
Yeah.
through the second door, and then you get into all the flats, or however many there are in the building. But if you've got a friend who's visiting, they buzz on the buzz on the buzzer, and we've got a phone outside that you just go, "Oh, hey, yeah," and you buzz them through.
Mm-hmm.
They're now just kept in this corridor
They're just in a glass
because they don't
box.
have the code, and I can't buzz them through the second door.
Oh,
So I have to now go downstairs to let them in.
annoying. So you
It's like,
basically
what's the point of me
just
letting them
trapped
in?
them.
Yeah, well, they can leave.
Yeah, they could
can leave. But I was like, why do I want the ability to keep them in a holding room for me to accept them?
Because it's great power leverage.
I just stand on the other side of the glass door.
So much power.
Amaze
over you.
me. Amaze me to be let in.
What's the secret password?
Dance for
I'm
me.
an adult, but you have to tell me the password before you can come into
But
my
I-
house.
Really, really irritating that. So like,
Yeah.
if we've been here a couple of weeks, we've had a few Chineses delivered, is what it is.
Yeah.
And
I haven't had one yet. Your house is way more fun.
the issue
actually.
is,
Yeah.
you want it delivered to your door.
Oh, I see.
Like, if you're
right.
sitting in your jammies watching
Yeah.
Austin Powers, you don't want to have to put on some formal clothes because you don't want to.
Also, do you ever get worried that some of your other flats, not flatmates, but like the other flats, your neighbours, might steal your Chinese? Like they might get to it before you.
No, because they don't. The delivery drivers wait until they actually pass it to you.
Yeah, but they could pretend to be Tom Humphrey.
But when our delivery of Longshot arrived,
Right.
there was a box. There was a box that said Longshot for Tom Humphrey on it. I was like, that's just a box of free bevs that someone could easily pick up. Like Matt was in, so Matt buzzed the delivery drivers. You buzz them in, and they just leave whatever's in the door, and then they leave, and you go down and collect it.
Yeah.
But Matt was like, I'm in a meeting. I'll buzz them in. They can leave the box there, and then he'll go down, or if I'm home, I'll pick up whatever. But yeah, that's a tempting one. But Domino's always holds the pizza until they actually give it to someone.
Yeah, but you could be that someone. You could be like, if you.
So
if
what
you
you're
carry
saying is
yourself
I
with
should hide down in the
confidence-
holding room and just like,
keep,
oh, is this?
Look, I'm just telling you to keep a watchful eye on it because you could
Yeah.
get some free.
I have thought of that. I have thought.
Yeah.
Not of stealing other people's stuff, but if someone just puts a box down, someone may take it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Risky. Maybe
yeah, I've
not the
never
best
lived
way
in
to
a-
make friends with neighbours, though.
have you made friends with your neighbours?
Well, clearly not.
I-
Tom. Did you just hear my story?
Well, you may have another neighbour.
Oh, we did make friends with a sweet old lady. down
Oh,
the
okay.
road.
And you just gave me such nonsense for. Did you not just hear my story? But we did make friends with another neighbour. Get out of here.
I just, I'm just
Tom,
out here trying to do my best. Stop
I
putting me
just
down.
don't listen to your stories, Tom, and I just kind of doing my own thing. Is essentially what you just said, and I'm offended.
I'm not sorry.
Full chest, I respect it. I respect it. I'm here for that.
Tom, okay.
Anya.
I have a question for you. That I asked to the kids on our Instagram at We Are Audiobooks. And
Yes.
it's a would you rather question that we ask every
that's always
week
good fun.
about
Yeah.
the theme that we're talking about in each episode every week.
Yes.
I basically asked
Where'd you put it, sorry?
on our Instagram at We Are Audiobooks on a little
nice.
story poll. So keep your eye out for that, and you can kind of help me and Tom through these episodes with questions, debates, or just, some advice. And this one's more of an advice one, so it's a would you rather advice theme.
Yeah, never take advice from Tom.
Question.
That's a famous
Yeah, exactly.
phrase.
So I'm asking the kids because
Because they're smarter.
they're smarter. They got the smarts.
I get it.
So I asked, would you rather
Would I rather?
have a housewarming party,
Yes.
or would you rather have a housewarming barbecue? Because, right, when I was younger, I used to think, when I move out of home, I'm going to have the biggest party because my parents aren't there to tell me off, and you don't have that guilt feeling when it's, like, not your stuff, so you don't want to, like, mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I just imagine myself having this big party, but now I'm here and it's like all of my stuff.
Want to ruin it.
I don't want to ruin it. And as much as I trust my friends, and we are all grown-ups, like we are fully fledged adults, like not even just adults. We're meant to be adults right
You
now.
are an adult.
Well, yeah, but come on now.
Yeah,
like
come
I
on
didn't think
now.
I'd feel like this at
I
nearly
didn't think you'd feel like this nearly.
25.
I can't believe you're 25 this year.
Nearly. We're
You're
not
25 in like
we're
3
not
months,
24.
B.
We're under the halfway
You're 25
mark
in like
still.
3 months.
Oh, it's disgusting.
You're so old.
Okay, we're not talking about it. We're talking about the housewarming
25.
situation. Shut up.
Quarter of a century.
Can you believe he's still going?
Can you believe that I'm 24 until next year?
Can you believe I don't care?
I think you do. I think you do.
Anyway, I asked, would you rather have a housewarming party or a housewarming barbecue? Because I can't really make my mind up, and I kind of wanted people to answer. I didn't really tell people how they should answer, obviously, but
You can't.
I'm leaving it up to like how they would want to be invited to a housewarming thing, / what would they do if it was their thing.
Yeah.
And the answers were quite surprising. I thought that they would swing definitely in one direction, but they swung in the other direction. But anyway, Tom, what would you...
There's a whole lot of swinging and swanging.
Whole lot of swinging and swanging. Right, stop that now. Right, nipping in the buds. Okay,
Yes.
what would you do in
Like,
that
would I
situation?
Keep it low key or do a big old bash?
Exactly that.
Yes, I would. I'd keep it low key, to be fair.
But if you...
that is what I'm doing.
Yes, but if you got invited to something...
Would I prefer a barbecue or a house party?
Big bash, yeah.
If
Swinging and swanging, big
swinging and
bashes,
swanging, Tom just can't
nooks
form
and
words.
crannies, fiddling. Jesus Christmas. It's only the first episode,
Sorry,
guys.
I've been too busy just thinking of fiddling. So I would prefer to keep it low key, but a barbecue's always good fun. I've got a flat instead of a house.
Yeah.
So I've got people above me, below me, and to the side of us.
Right, it's difficult.
So it's difficult to have like a big old house party, especially when you're not friends with your neighbours. That's another reason to be friends with your neighbours is because they're a bit more.
Is fun.
So I've often thought about this. We should have invited ourselves up
Yeah, you should have.
and be like, "Oh, it's not for us. We'll come anyway."
Yeah,
It
because
just
then
made like
you
a
could have,
playful joke, and then we could have
seen
made
her
friends day one, and I just didn't, and I regret it a lot. But yeah, I would have if I had a house like you've got a house and a garden. I'd probably throw a barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't even have a balk, so I can't do barbecues.
Balk, sorry.
Like a balk?
Trendy Londoner with your long shot. Bloody hell. A balk?
I haven't got a balcony. I have floor
There you
ceiling.
go.
I've got
He
something called
speaks.
Juliet balconies,
Well.
but that means nothing. That just means big windows, and that
ovens.
sucks.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It really sucks. But
Yeah.
I'd throw a barbecue.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. So, in my head, maybe I've just got it in my head then, because I've always wanted to have that big bash, but it turns out people don't really care for big bashes, because 74% of you guys said you'd rather have a small gathering for your new housewarming.
Keep it small.
Keep it low key. And 26 said house party. So I think
I said keep it small, but I have to.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. But
so
then
just every weekend I've got people coming around.
Yeah.
I haven't had downtime. I've just had this is
That's
my
quite
also
nice,
I hate giving house tours because like a flat's relatively small. I've got 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, and a kitchen, living room.
Yeah.
Like what do I say? And
well,
this
keeps
is,
it keeps it nice and sweet, short and sweet.
Yeah, but people are like, oh, so we come around yours for a housewarming and like a tour. I'm like, you can have a tour, yeah, but
it's the bathroom.
It's here.
Kitchen, living room.
I shower here, poop here, sleep there, eat there.
It's a simple life you lead.
What else? What else do you want? I don't have anything else to offer you. And so I really don't understand house tours.
Anyway, the moral of the story is that I think everyone has consoled me, and a barbecue's the way forward. And if you are trying to make your mind up, like, do you have a house party or do you have a barbecue? It turns out people actually care for barbecues more than they do big house parties. So don't put the pressure on yourself. Don't ruin all your furniture with that one friend who can't control their alcohol consumption. Tom,
Anya.
Looking at you. No, I'm joking. You can manage your drinks somewhat well.
But Anya, my question to you. I watched Space Jam 2.
Oh, no, you had to. Do you know what? I just wanted to get through one episode.
Anya, this is really important to me. Anya, this is really important to me.
Oh, okay.
I watched Space Jam 2.
Yes.
And it was really bad.
Really?
It was really bad.
Can you wait? But this is a new season, so you need to kind of explain this a little bit more because people really should be. If you're new to this, they really should be going back and listening.
Yeah, who starts with season 8?
But do you know what? It's okay if you do want to start season 8. Like, sorry, Rona cough.
Okay, relax. Relax. I'm glad we're not in the same room. I
kind of get it. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to explain because Anya's going to die on me. So, my favourite film is Space Jam. Space Jam's everyone's favourite film because it's the world's greatest film of all time. And I then took the team because I see us all as a team, as a family, and I called you the Tune Squatters. And so you were the Tune Squatters. Anya called you kids. It's a bit insulting, but it's what it is. I called you the Tune Squatters.
But why the Tune Squatters? Sorry, I'm still slightly dying.
Because of Space Jam. It's the team from Space Jam, and we're a team.
There you go. Okay.
I just said that, and then you didn't listen because you were choking your lungs up. And so I called us as a family. I called us the Tune Squads, and I really hated Space Jam 2. And now I don't know if I should change the name of the Tune Squatters.
Sorry, if you're watching us on YouTube, that has shook me. I'm crying.
I don't know if I should or if I shouldn't, but the film was so bad.
Can we just keep it to the kids? 'Cause, you know.
Absolutely not.
I can't help it. It's just there. It's called coronavirus. Have you heard of it?
Is it new? We'll put up a poll. Check out the second poll that we're putting up.
Quite a lot of polls. These guys are going to be busy. You know,
we love polls.
We've been away for a few months.
So we need to just back catalogue these polls, guys.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put up a poll.
Time.
Going to put up a poll of should we rename the Tune Squatters?
Well, they have a name. They're kids. And
but I feel like that's a bit creepy.
It's not though. It's the day ones.
Why do you call them the kids?
Because this is what adults don't tell you before you adult, and we are all kids.
So we are also kids.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a kid?
I'm a big kid.
But I'm going to put this up as a poll. Should I rename the Tune Squatters to something else? Let me know. Get involved. What should the new name be? What should the new name be? Disagree. What should the new name be? Go to our Instagram at We Are Audiobox or DM us on Twitter. The same handle. We Are Audiobox. So go follow us on social media. We're lovely people. Anya doesn't seem nice on the podcast. Anya doesn't seem nice on the podcast, but she's actually I'm going to double down. She's not. She's not. I'm the nice one of the two, and that gives off.
Gives off what? You can't even talk. You can't trust.
It gives off, you know. So go follow us there. We'll be back next week for another great episode of Alex and Toby Before Your Dog, brought to you by Longshot. Do join us then, where we're talking about another great thing that hopefully you interact with us about. It's this end of the podcast feeling. You know when you talk all that way for like an hour and then you just go, I don't know words. And that's the issue.
Shall we to help you?
I'd love you to.
Okay. Bye, kids.
Do you want me to help you, Anya?
I don't think
Do you want me to help you?
Okay, ready?
Reload.
Bye, kids.
Bye-bye.
You were croaky then as well.